Right, and your the vital organs. Yeah, that's a different part.
Clint does have a place. Clint does have somewhere else he needs to be.
Yeah.
He needs to get out of here. So I want to wrap up with 2 more questions.
This guy in the tan coat has been trying.
Okay, thanks. Well, I was wondering if you've seen any studies that come out. It seems like what they're going towards is they don't want to admit that cannabis is useful for anything until some pharmaceutical company can figure out exactly what the formula is. But what I'm wondering is if anything's come out that looks at the relationship between the cannabinoids in the plant and the essential oils, because a lot of older folks aren't afraid to go to a health food store and try aromatherapy or something like that, and it's like that's a part of it. That's just as important part of it as like.
Well, yeah, you're right, because there's a pretty interesting evidence I write about for terpenoids and also flavonoids. They also have some anti-tumor and neuroprotective activity, and so it really seems that there's this whole beautiful amalgamation of compounds that work in a dynamic together. And GW Pharmaceuticals is, I think, doing some investigation of terpenes and how they work. And I think you're right. Well, what the government wants to do is to get a pharmaceutical product out there that will kill off the medical marijuana movement. But we have to say we don't mind medical marijuana products being produced for people to use who might benefit from them, but we do not support monopoly through prohibition. And we can produce effective, similar products locally that keeps the money and produces jobs in our communities.
One last question from Melody.
Well, I'm allergic to opiates, but I can smoke
Me too.
marijuana and hashish. So to me, it's, there's no side of it. I wouldn't be here without cannabis. That's where I'm at. I don't know how it works, but I know it works.
Yeah, it works. I'm with you. I had a hernia surgery, and they gave me Vicodin, and I threw up, passed out, and sweated like a waterfall. And so for my recovery from hernia surgery, it involved cookies because I didn't want to smoke and cough. That hurt. But a lot of cookies, some light vaporization, and watching a lot of DVDs.
Well, they did vaporize 3 days before I went in for my surgery at Mount Zion.
God bless enlightened health practitioners.
All right, so by a show of hands, how many people are interested in buying the book tonight? Okay, so for those people that raise your hands, can you move over to the side wall and he'll get the books going for you guys, and we're going to continue the meeting. So try to multitask and listen to what we're saying here while continuing to buy your book. National.
Smoking marijuana since then because it stopped my headaches.
And migraines too.
Yeah.
I only get the visuals.
Patients, no supporters, and providers can take. So the list is on your agenda, and then we've also prepared these nice 2-sided Medical Marijuana Week flyers that have both your national actions and your local actions. So there's something to do every day beginning on Friday. That starts it off. Friday, February 10th, we're going to be having a sign-making party right here at Lounge 847, 7 o'clock in the evening. And the goal of that is to, again, make signs. If you have your signs, please bring them. If you've made them before and you have them at home, it'd be great if we could get those signs back, because we can't always depend that you may be available in case of a raid or an event where we may need those signs. So if you could bring those back so we can always have them available, that would be great. But we're going to plan to make new signs, exciting signs, reinforce that messaging. And this sign-making party is all in preparation for President Obama's visit to San Francisco. All right. So I hope you guys all show up for that. But again, it's a volunteer event.
Need supplies?
So supplies will be provided. But if you've got supplies, bring them, But we're going to provide the poster boards and the markers, the paint. And again, put a huge swath of padding down so we can protect the floor here at the green door. Okay. Then on February 14th, Valentine's Day, we're up again with a Have a Heart, Show Some Love for Medical Marijuana Patients event. And this is a 2-part event with a local action and a federal component. Locally, we're going to be encouraging folks to show up to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors meeting on Tuesday, Valentine's Day, February 14th. The meeting happens at 2 p.m. inside City Hall. And the goal of and this is going to be a massive action that all San Francisco medical marijuana community advocates are participating in. The goal is to get to the City Hall and participate in public comment to demand that the elected officials of San Francisco take action to vocally and forcefully defend medical marijuana in light of federal interference that's occurring here in San Francisco. Our state representatives, Mr. Leno and Mr. Amiano, have stepped up. Our Attorney General has stepped up. Our Lieutenant Governor has stepped up. But silent in all of this has been our Board of Supervisors and Mayor Edwin Lee, and we deserve an explanation. So I hope you guys all plan to join us on Tuesday, February 14th at the Board of Supervisors, where you can prepare and do 1 minute of public comment. So prepare what you're going to say. Use our spokesperson training we had last week or 2 weeks ago to carry over and prepare your 1 minute public testimony to the Board of Supervisors to demand that they stand up, have a heart, and show some love for medical marijuana patients. Who's with me?
Woo!
We're going to have a nice federal component for Valentine's Day, because also silent in this catastrophe is our U.S. Representative, Miss Nancy Pelosi.
Woo!
So we're going to have you guys all sign a Valentine's card to Miss Pelosi with your own special messaging. We will hand deliver that to her office on Valentine's Day with a dozen red balloons, all with special messaging that say, have a heart, show some love, and stand up to protect medical marijuana patients. It'll say support HR 1983, 1984, 1985, so it'll be the whole gamut, and she'll have a very clear message that while we love our U.S. representative on this issue, she leaves a lot to be desired. So we'll wish her a happy Valentine's Day, but ask her to show us some love as well. Who's with me on that?
Yeah. All right, and to help Karen out, we have so many events here. I'm going to back her up. So Wednesday, February 15th, we're holding a candlelight vigil at the Federal Building. We're going to shine a light on some of the evidence that Clint was talking about here tonight, and that Nancy Pelosi hasn't stepped up and shown support yet, and that there is also right now legislation out there that she could co-sponsor, HR 1983. So we're going to meet at the Federal Building. We're going to provide candles and everything. So you guys just need to show up, 6:30. This is the Federal Building on 7th, the new one, where her offices are located. So we hope y'all come out to that event. And then Thursday, February 16th, Obama is coming back to San Francisco, and we are going to be there to greet him and to demand that he stands up against the federal intervention here. He made some promises. I don't know if y'all remember when he was first running for offices, and he hasn't backed those promises up. We hope that if he gets reelected, he's going to back them up, but we're not going to stand by and just wait for that to happen. We are going to make a stand here in San Francisco. We're going to demand that Obama steps up, and I hope you all will join us. We're going to be at 1305 Van Ness and Fern Street at 5:30 p.m. That's Thursday, February 16th. And we're going to wrap up Medical Marijuana Week on Friday with a leisurely medical marijuana movie night. It's going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to shatter all the myths out there about marijuana. We hope you all come out to that. It's going to be also right here at the Lounge, 847, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. So we got a full week ahead of us, and we hope that y'all can come out, show support. If you guys don't stand up, who else will? So, thanks.
So who's joining us for at least one event during Medical Marijuana Week?
I'm there for all.
Everyone's hands up. Everybody's up. All right. In addition, there's a bunch of federal actions, calling the White House, calling your congressman, that kind of stuff. So make sure that you pay attention to those national actions as well. I'm going to have people sign the Valentine's card after the meeting, sort of keep you guys here for our announcements. Melody, quick.
Isn't ASA doing another thing that I got a thing from Steph and something? Aren't you guys doing something?
There's a evening event that's a fundraiser for National
How much is
ASA.
that?
How much is that?
Because it didn't say on my
It's the one
thing.
that they didn't do.
Pass?
Yeah.
That's been canceled.
Oh, no.
No, this was the redo.
The redo?
Yeah.
Is it in Berkeley?
Yeah, it might have moved to Berkeley, but it's not here in San Francisco.
I think it's in Berkeley. Is it on the 15th?
Because Stephanie and somebody else sent me a email about it.
I heard, I was told by Susan Soares that it had been canceled, but if
No,
it's
they
been
rescheduled
rescheduled,
it.
oh, so it's been rescheduled.
Could you let me know, Tony? Send me an email.
I absolutely can let you know right now. So yeah, February. This is February
Not with Vanna
15th.
here.
This is in Berkeley at the Cannabis Buyers Club, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is a ASA National fundraiser. It's a night of exploration with 3 of the best medical marijuana strains available in Northern California, along with political discussion. How much? I believe it was 100 when she was first putting on these events, but this is a rescheduled event, so I don't know. They don't list it here on the. This is a Facebook event I'm reading from. You can get the tickets either from ASA National or from the Cannabis Buyers Club.
Which is that, Debbie's? What's the Cannabis Buyers Club?
It's Berkeley CBC.
Yeah,
Not the CBC.
It's the CBC.
Yeah, it's
Berkeley.
Yeah, it is.
CBC.
It's Berkeley CBC.
it's not BPG.
Oh, not Debbie's one. So
No.
BPG. It's
No,
not
it's not.
BPG. It's not the Berkeley
so
Pages
where's
Group.
the other one then?
The PCC, Patient Care Collective, that's different too.
Yeah,
We don't know where the.
they don't list it. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm
Cannabis
asking you,
Buyers
because I couldn't
Club
get
of
Don't live in
Berkeley.
Berkeley. Someone should.
so I'm not the only one.
Not familiar with it.
All right. On to announcements, Stephen.
Okay, we're going to go to announcements now. We have some unfortunate news that Senate Bill 129 that would have corrected the Ross versus Raging Wire California Supreme Court decision that said that medical marijuana patients do not have employment protection rights. And unfortunately, we didn't have enough votes this time in the state Senate to get it passed, so Mark Leno withdrew the bill. And this is kind of sad because it had passed twice in the legislature as late as 2008, but unfortunately vetoed by Governor Schwarzenegger. So that's unfortunate. And now Hunter is going to do the next announcement.
Some news from the task force. So there's been a few issues lately at the city level. The task force was just made aware that 8 more dispensary files were handed over by DPH. So we're now in the range of like 6 dispensaries that haven't had their files requested by Department of Justice, or DEA actually as the case is. So that's not so good, which is why Medical Marijuana Week is going to be that much bigger of a deal this week, because we really have a lot to stand up and protest. In addition to that, the task force we passed a emergency resolution condemning this, and we're also asking Department of Public Health and the city attorneys to come before us and explain some of the issues that are happening at the next task force meeting, which is Monday, February 20th, in City Hall. I believe it's room 421 at 10:30 a.m. So.
Okay.
So there were, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah.
Do you know if the Department of Public Health made like any even open attempt to resist or say, you know, what business do you have with this data? Or they just, here you go, sir, you know?
It doesn't seem like they put up too big of a fight.